Hello and welcome to another edition of The Big O Show, starring Orestes Destrade.
Presente, I am here. It is Friday.
Did you say present in Spanish?
Presente, like if you're the teacher and you're calling roll call. And I am here, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. But yeah, Friday, so much going on. And not just,
Oh, yeah.
this is on the field, off the field, in studio, out of studio.
Lots of stuff going
Lots
on
of
in
stuff
studio.
going on, buddy. Holy shit. But we're clearing some little technical difficulties that we had, and but also there's technical difficulties on the field for the Rays.
There are technical difficulties.
Yeah, a little
I like
bad.
what you did there.
Yeah, you see how I said, and then technical difficulties in the world of not pelota but politics. And so we're trying to navigate through all of that, just like everybody else. Welcome, guys. You know,
Yeah.
life happens.
Those are curveballs.
It throws you
See what I did
curveballs.
there?
I like how you did that. I like how you did
Major
that.
swing and miss this morning, but it wasn't my fault.
No.
We nailed it. We figured it out.
Yeah, you did figure it out. Though.
It was
Took
the
a little while.
effing computer.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
It's always the computer when it comes down to where we're living these days.
Yeah. Our computer busted and caused us to have a lot of audio difficulties this morning, but we're up and running.
Yeah.
So, by the way, guys, if the audio does go shitty, let
Just
me
in
know
case,
in
let
the
us know.
comments.
Yeah,
Let me know.
let us know.
Can you hear us loud and clearly? Can you see us?
Yeah.
Can you?
I think
There's,
you can see us good.
there's the Big O's solo shot.
The audio was a major issue, and we had to
Yeah.
regress a little bit and then get some work done on it and figure it out and reconfigure, and here we are. So hopefully you're hearing us loud and clear, because
Yeah.
you know
Stop that stupid song, too. There we go.
yeah. Hey, don't call it a stupid song. That's my little jazzy little tune.
I love it. I love it. We just
though
have.
though I do have a tune that might be coming up soon. A Tampa.
Are we going to change?
Yeah, we might change. I have a guy
like
that I have a guy.
You got a guy?
Yeah, but it's a local kid, and ran into him at an event that I was at supporting the black community over off of MLK recently at an event that I was at, and he's a young rapper and big proponent guy of Tampa Bay, and a lot of his songs have
What's his name?
have to do Asuru, and I want to do him
Asuru?
justice. Yeah, Asuru, and
Got a little Japanese flair to it.
nah, let me make sure that I get my boy's name right. But
So wait
had
a minute,
great
you're going to have
conversation.
your own Big O open
Yeah.
rap
Well,
song?
I mean, he's got a cool,
Now I'm jealous.
He's got a cool song about Tampa Bay, so
Yeah.
that's that's fitting. So we're looking into it, and I'm trying to make yeah, it is Asaru, 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 and yeah, man, no doubt.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to hear it.
it's hip hoppy, rappy, but
It's
but
hip-hoppy?
fun. Yeah, it's rappy, but it's fun, and he's promoting Tampa Bay, so I'm all about that.
Well, I just checked the sound, so everything's going out.
Everything's
okay.
going on good.
Everything's good.
Unlike a homestand for the Rays that went a little bit south, and it's interesting because before we get into the between the lines, I always joke for years, but this year specifically because there's so much going on inside the field and outside the field that I always joke and call it, these are the Rays of our lives, right?
Aren't they ever now?
They are
boy?
the Rays of our lives, and it's getting It's getting a little bit serious here, but it's also getting serious. And these are the Rays of our lives for the stadium build out, and the jockeying back and forth on things. So I welcome J.P. Peterson giving your thoughts on the latest and what you think how it's going to travail forward.
Well, we were going to have a big show this morning with Bill Carlson coming on, and I'm kind of actually, it may have been fortuitous that we had all those technical difficulties because
Interesting that you say that, by the way.
Yeah, because it's like I think the best way to put it right now is the children are not playing well in the sandbox. And I don't want you guys to feel that in any way that this deal is in jeopardy, because I don't think it is. I think this is all political posturing. It's the last week probably before the vote goes down. And a lot of these political operatives are just, saying to their candidates and whoever, listen, this is your time to be in the spotlight. After this vote gets done, you guys go back into anonymity voting on sewer ditches.
And it's a large spotlight.
So it's as big as it'll ever get.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of posturing going on. And I'm not here to say that, Christine Miller's concerns are not legitimate. They absolutely are.
Yeah,
as are Chris Bowles, which are the two county guys that came out in the Times that they might be flipping their votes. But they just said that they have concerns. And I think the flipping of their votes was maybe a little bit demonstrative. I still think the county is going to come. There's no way Christine Miller's not voting for this.
Right.
Bowles, I don't know what he's going to do. But if Christine Miller's vote stays solid, it's 4-3.
Right.
And the city voted last night, as Carlson tweeted out, Bill Carlson, the headline should be, city puts Rays vote on the agenda. So it all turned negative because of the Times article about the two county votes, and not that the Times was stirring the pot this time. I don't think they were. They were legitimate concerns. But what happens
reporting?
That's what they said. So at this particular time, and then Romano actually wrote a very out of character column for him. I would thought he would just pour gasoline on that fire, and he did exactly the opposite. He was actually a very J.P. Peterson-ish. Hey, it's just political infighting. Don't worry, the deal is still on. I was like, I couldn't believe it when I wrote it. I read it,
it's his middle name starts with a P, so it's J.P. Romano. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
No, just kidding.
But he's got a little JP. He got a little JP in him in this column. So pretty good.
Yeah.
Join the party. Good to have you aboard.
Yeah.
Good to have you aboard. And so the deal is still, I'm still as confident as ever that it's going to get done. It's just, the herding the cats, as Romano put it in his column, that we got to do right now. So these are, I'm not saying they're small issues. I'm saying they're not going to derail the deal. Right. And there's a lot of posturing right now about who's going to get the credit. Carlson has kind of become, the swing vote star, and I'll be guilty of putting that out there because I think it was true. And he got what he needed. Now some of these county folks, now that Carlson changed the deal, the county folks got to get what they need. And the bottom line is it's still a fantastic deal for the county, for the city, for the Rays. It's an incredible economic opportunity. And now I think we've done a great job educating the public to this.
I'd like to.
And I think they've, in the last 3 months, the opposition to this, I think, is really quieted. There's the same old, blah, blah, blah people that are always going to be out there, as parasites on everybody else's popularity, trying to get their stuff out there. But in the end, I think the opposition has really gone away.
Right. Because
the deal is so solid. It's so good. There's 10 cities in America waiting for something like this to come their way. These elected officials finally know that. But it's politics. So everybody wants to get the credit. And I think what we really need is these politicians to stop politicking for being mayor and start getting the deal done.
Yeah.
And I think it will get done. So I would caution you all, don't worry about all the noise that is out there. It's just noise. It's too far down the tracks. They're going to get it done.
Yeah. And unfortunately, fortunately, actually, I'm going to say fortunately first, and that is that politics does get in the way. And the reason that politics does get in the way is because we have a democratic society. We have a republic that elects leaders in order so the constituents can be heard, right? So that is part of politics. That's part of the deal. That's the way that the system has been created. And when done right, it serves the people. When there is a little shenanigans going around and you're jockeying for power and position, then that leadership gets a little tricky. So we just need them to concentrate on the constituents. If you concentrate on the constituents and then the deal is progressive and so good and so helpful to the future, then the cream rises to the top, if you will. And then you look at it and you go, okay, there's these necessities, there's not necessities. Great, let's just figure that out. And that's what they've been travailing through for the last several weeks, if not months. So we're getting to that point. It's weird. I had this vivid dream last night.
Uh-oh.
And
Was I in it?
you were not in it.
God.
Yeah, no, you weren't. And here was the crazy thing. See, yesterday I ended up talking to an old friend. You know that I have strong ties in Nashville. My college sweetheart and ex-wife is from Nashville, from a little town, Brentwood, and actually Franklin.
That's a nice town.
Yeah, Franklin, Tennessee. Right?
Both those towns are nice.
In the Williamson County, yeah, beautiful. You're one of the most regarded counties in the United States of America, Williamson County. Anyway, so I'm having this dream because I talked to my buddy, right? Billy, I call him Flacco because he's a real tall, 6'7", skinny guy. And I hadn't talked to him in over a year, and we're catching up. And he's from, he lives in Nashville, and man, we just had great stories. Hadn't talked to him in a while. So Nashville must have been in my head. I have this vivid dream that the Rays were moving to Nashville. I mean, vivid.
I hate you even putting that out.
I know. But I'm saying this for a reason, because obviously it just felt like, that they were going to be moving, and because I have a lot of ties over there, and I was talking to the people in Nashville and how this whole thing. Kevin Cash was in my dream, and I'm talking to Kevin and talking about crazy, dude, crazy, and I woke up and I'm thinking,
did we just move to Nashville?
No, just the opposite. I'm thinking this was just kind of tied to me talking to Billy, Shoemate, but really tied to how much I'm thinking about the Rays and baseball and this deal. So, sometimes you go to bed and it just all shows up in some sort of dream. Some of them are premonitions. Some of them are just, this is in your angst, what you're thinking about. And I'm telling you, it made me feel when I woke up this morning, I'm going like, no, this thing is going to get done, because that's something like that is not going to happen, and it can't happen. And obviously Nashville is, primed for getting an expansion team, and I think they may land one, along with the likes of of Salt Lake City or whomever out west, but not whomever. I think it is going to be Salt Lake City. But nevertheless, man, this deal is about progress, and it's about community. It's not just about baseball, but it's also about baseball, and it's about growing this. We talked about it earlier this week or last week. At least my personal ties here from the early 80s, and watching this town, you just can't stay like this, brother. You have to progress. Yeah. And this town has progressed dramatically in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. And this is the next level of something that makes sense. I think it's going to fulfill. It's just jockeying. And you said it many times, JP.
All right, well, we have some breaking news right now that I can give you, and this will sum everything up. So I've just been told that the county will schedule their meeting today.
Yeah.
That's going to come after the vote from the city on Thursday. The necessary docs are about to go out in the next few hours. So the docs are going out. The county is going to schedule the meeting, which will be after the city meeting. I don't know if it's going to be right after or on Friday. I'll see if I can get clarification on that. So the meetings are set, and the votes are set. And I believe on
Thursday, Friday.
I believe on Thursday, the city will vote.
Right.
And it looks like it is a 4-3 vote.
Right.
And I think the county, as I said, I don't think Christine Miller is going to change her vote. Chris Bowles might, but I don't think Christine Miller was. And I think Bowles will come along too, because he'll get some reassurances on what he needs to hear as well.
Right.
So I think, again, this is by this time next week. I don't know if the county's going to vote on Friday or afterwards. We'll get clarification on that if they're going to. Or they're going to vote
on the heels on Thursday, right?
The quicker the better for me.
I think the quicker. Well, I think the quicker the better.
I don't want to sleep on it.
I think the quicker the better for everybody.
I think Ken feels the same way. So if he has his druthers, he's going to schedule it right after the city vote, and away we go. And by this time next week, when we do the Big O show,
we might have already have the.
Yeah. So I'm a little scared about. I'm not scared, but
but just the trepidation of
you just never know what's, especially in this political climate, you just don't know. I mean, people say, well, you said it's a done deal, JP. I said, I feel the deal is going to get done.
Right.
A done deal is only after the votes.
Yeah.
I feel there's a difference. Done deal is after the votes. I feel it's going to get done.
Yeah.
And I still feel that way.
So do I.
100% confident. That doesn't mean it's 100% going to happen.
Right.
I'm 100% confident in my mind that it's going to happen. And by this time next week, we're going to have a deal.
And again,
hallelujah.
These representatives of our constituents, both on both councils, I want to believe, and I do in my heart believe that they have the best intentions for what moves forward and makes sense and is the future of not just. That's why I asked Carlson when he was on, what does he see the future of this community? And when I say community, it encompasses Tampa Bay, because this is a Tampa Bay thing. It's not just a Tampa thing. Okay, the team is moving to Tampa, but all along, even as long as the Rays have been in St. Pete, they're Tampa Bay's team. It'll still be Tampa Bay's team, and the potential greatness of this deal of the stadium, the college, and then the surrounding district will benefit all, right? And I just want to believe, and I do, JP, that this is something that in the end they see that makes total sense and needs to be brought forth. You're going to have the naysayers and you're going to have the no votes, but in the end, the majority needs to be on point with this, because it is a monumentous turning point time in this area. That's how big it is. It's a legacy move.
Oh, big time. I think Douglas had a great comment here. He says, hello, JP and Big O. Imagine a day when we can just enjoy Rays baseball without having to worry about the team possibly leaving Tampa Bay.
That dream.
Can you imagine?
Made me wake up like that and go like, no. I mean, listen, I love Nashville. I have a lot of ties there. Like I said, my ex-wife, my two kids were mainly, raised there. Love the city of Nashville and the surrounding areas, but no, sir.
And I think baseball would thrive in Nashville.
I think it would do fine. I mean, Atlanta has always kind of somewhat fought it a little bit because they've controlled that whole market, right?
Yeah, the whole Southeast.
The whole Southeast, the Braves.
Well, it's either going to Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, or Nashville.
Yes. And I think Charlotte and Raleigh have good chances.
Yeah.
But Nashville has a lot of supporters.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
They just
built
the
music
big
industry.
Football.
They just annexed right next to
$2.3 billion football stadium.
Yeah,
and they want to build a baseball stadium right next door, which is right across the river from downtown.
Correct, in the West End and the Gulch area. I was there when because I was living back and forth here. We had gotten divorced, so I had a home there and a home here, so I was going there quite often. So I was during that migration of Bud Adams getting sweethearted over from Houston, literally sweethearted.
Oh yeah,
he just Houston was bobbing and weaving, and I don't know, we're gonna build you. Boom, Titans. I was there for the first year of the Titans.
Come to Nashville.
Saw
baby.
that, and they went nuts over that team.
Yeah.
And they're still nuts over them, even though they've sucked the last several years. Look how nuts that they are. That even though they haven't done shit in quite a few years.
Yeah. Since the Music City Miracle.
Well, I think they made it deep in the playoffs a couple times after that.
Yeah, with Vrabel.
Vrabel, yeah. But I'm saying they still dedicated $2.3 billion to build a new stadium and keep them happy,
There's
the
a
fans
lot of tourist dollars in Nashville.
A lot, bro, and a lot of music dollars and a lot of political, strength there. So I think they're finally going to be able to stave off the Braves and the Braves wanting to control the whole Southeast.
But the bottom line is we're going to get our stadium done.
Yes, sir.
And the Rays aren't going anywhere.
No.
And this is going to be a ridiculously successful venture for the city and the county. And years from now, we're going to be talking about it just like they do in Atlanta. And I was there when that whole thing went down, and all the naysayers and everybody. It was the same exact situation. The paper was constantly writing negative articles. Where are we going to park? Where the traffic's going to be awful.
You were working in
it's
Atlanta.
going to be a boondoggle. Blah 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 blah. All those detractors were 1,000%.
Why are they leaving the Turner Stadium? And it made sense.
It made total sense, and it worked out exactly. It has worked out much better than they ever thought. The projections that they made were really conservative. And the Braves are just making money hand over fist, so much so that every city in America is trying to duplicate it, either with basketball, football, baseball, hockey, some type of anchor tenant around an entertainment district, because it brings people in.
It's a known commodity. It's a known, proven,
and it brings people,
experience.
It brings dollars in.
Right.
See, when you build things within your district, new things, sometimes you're just shifting money from spending over here to spending over there.
Right.
So the economic impact is not as big. But when you build something like this,
that just really
brings people in, especially in a tourist economy.
Yeah.
Brings people in. There's already 45 million people coming to Tampa Bay every year anyway. Now you're going to redirect some of that money that might be going to the beaches, that might be going other places, to this particular area.
Yeah.
And that's going to, plus you're going to get a lot more visitors coming in. I mean, think about if you're Yankees fan, Red Sox fan, Toronto fan, or any baseball fan, you're going to want to come see the new stadium.
Sure.
You're going to want to sample the new place, or whatever teams are coming in. So that, for the first 4, 5, 6 years, you're going to have new fans coming just to see what it's all about.
100%.
And if they have a great experience like they've done in the Battery, and they're coming back time and time again.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of it, because we can, like, Cobb County is not a tourist destination. It was made a tourist destination by what they did.
Yeah.
We're already a tourist destination. Right. So it's just going to exponentially be better.
And the benefits on the bookend, if you will, of 30 minutes away to the beaches and an hour and something away from Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Everybody, the whole corridor benefits all the way to the water.
100%.
From
100%.
Orlando to the water, brother. And then north and south too. So it makes sense. You just got to get the dollars right. You got to get the people happy, and those people being these 14 representatives of the county and the city of the municipalities. I think I know it will, because they know what's at stake. So good. I mean, a rough road, and again that kind of segues into how this has been the Rays of our lives because of the situation. Like, we just were like, well, 9-game road sweep, and we're like, oh, this is the vote looks great, and then all of a sudden they have a hiccup homestand, and then now we
need to get hot again this week.
We need to get hot again. As they go back on the road. As I was joking around and saying, there's no place like road right now. There's no place like home, even though they are the best team with the best home record, even with a two series where they lost 2 out of 7, 5 out of 7. Regardless, this is all tied kind of together, and this team, struggled. And talking specifically balls and strikes and in between the lines, what I saw in these 2 series, number one, in these 7 games, so much action offensively was going on from both teams. Yeah. So entertaining. I mean, and interestingly, that the 2 teams, Baltimore, and who, by the way, then laid an egg and got swept by the Yankees 3 straight after being so hot over here. Thank you, Baltimore. You beat up on us, and then you don't knock out the Yankees, and you're like a gazillion games behind us. You're just trying to make the wild card. How about helping us out there? But the Yankees end up gaining ground, during that Baltimore series, and us losing, 2 out of 3. They end up gaining a couple games. But regardless, when I'm looking at these 2 particular teams, and now we're going to go on the road, boom, there's Baltimore again. Scratching and clawing to try to make the wild card. That's Toronto and Baltimore playing Rays baseball galore. Yes, I'm not going to deny the fact that our pitching kind of had a little bit of a hiccup at home. We gave homers galore. There's no doubt.
Christmas.
I mean, Alonso was hot with homers. Gunnar, Henderson hit homers. Encarnacion Strand hit homers. You name it. On the Toronto side, Kirk. I mentioned Kirk at the beginning of that series. I said, watch out for Kirk. Had a phenomenal.
Chunky Captain Kirk.
Yeah, he is, the Mad Mexican had a great series. You had guys like, even weird guys like Daz Cameron. I'm friends with his dad, Mike Cameron.
His dad's Mike Cameron.
Yeah, sure is. And Daz ping pong
Chip off the
all
old
over.
Block, yeah.
Actually,
I mean, he
yes
looks
and
just
no.
like him.
He does look just like him.
God.
But yes and no. He was a top draft pick. Got $4 million to sign, first round pick. But he struggled and he bounced around in the minor leagues. Went to Korea and played a season and a half over there. Got released earlier this year. Gets picked up by Toronto's crushing in AAA. They call him up, and is doing a nice little job because Toronto's got injuries out their butt, and not just in the pitching, but now Jimenez might be out for a little bit. Josh Smith. I mean, they're struggling, but yet scratching and clawing. A team that puts the ball in play only second to the Rays. So you're looking at these teams trying to hang in there, and that's not to say the Rays are laying back because they don't play laid back. They just don't. It's just the timing hit where these teams got hot, and they came in knowing that we got to do everything and anything to stay in this potential wild card race, and they hit a couple of tricky teams, and that's all I see. If anything, the two things that stood out for me for their losses, three things. One, surprisingly, there was, has to do with the tremendous trio. Surprisingly, Yandy Diaz struggled with runners in scoring position for the first time this season.
Yeah.
He actually went under 400 for the first time this season. He's been at around 415, 420. He ticked down, still leading the world at like 395, 398 with runner scoring position. So he had some opportunities in these one-run games, especially against Baltimore, where he didn't come through, bases loaded, man on third, less than 2 out. Then he kind of straightened out in the Toronto series. But then the other two been struggling in the last week, and that is Junior Caminero and Jonathan Aranda's kind of been, you know what I mean? They just, that dynamic duo, hasn't been driving in as many runs. Jonathan Aranda, surprisingly, like an 18 at bats.
Yeah.
In his last 18 at bats, he's got like 10 strikeouts. That guy does not strike out.
Yeah.
And he's got like 10 strikeouts. So now he's kind of back to where he was a little bit in Mayish, where I think he's, gunning for more power. Go back to the base hits, hitting up the middle, and let the home runs come when they may. But drive-in runs, brother. So those two guys, that's thing one, the three of them not being the tremendous trio. Thing two, we gave up a shitload of home runs, bro. I mean, I know. I can't put my finger on that one, but we left a lot of balls out over the plate, surprisingly, with their main weapon. And what's their main weapon in their pitching staff? The changeup. A lot of changeups that were hung up.
Are people catching on?
They're not capping. No, not at all. No. Well, you make a good point to some degree, and that is, yes, there's hunting changeups, but the execution of a properly thrown changeup, even when you're hunting for it, will still create a mishit, a swing and miss, a bad hit ball, especially ground balls, maybe pop it up. No, these are changeups that were up in the zone a little bit, and since you're right, they probably are hunting them in certain counts. If they miss, they're getting hammered, and hammered they did get. And then the other thing that I think was egregious really was just the fact that that the other teams were just playing a tad harder maybe because of the situation at hand for them. But I'm not concerned. They're a team that has just shown this year to regroup, and now they go on the road and they look at a Baltimore differently.
Yep.
Starting tonight.
Are you concerned about this offense in general? And right now, obviously with Mesa going down, they bring up a catcher.
And Williamson going down.
Yeah, and Williamson. So they've had some injuries now, and as soon as Mesa goes down, you're like, oh, we could finally bring up Jacob Melton. Nope, he's hurt.
Yeah, he's just
what about
coming
Fraley?
off. Yeah,
he's hurt too.
They're
still both rehabbing. I mean, this would have been a perfect time for Melton to make his debut.
You're absolutely right.
We gave up so much to get him. I mean, if that dude could come in and save us. I know Gavin Lux is rehabbing as well. Seems
like he's been rehabbing all season.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of rehab. It's like, I mean, it's like this is the time where we need these guys and they're not available, and we need a little punch. Now, Liam Hicks came in and really, had a great road trip and a great first week, but he's kind of not been there as well.
Well, I'm not worried about Liam Hicks.
I'm still concerned about this offense overall.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I think Liam Hicks is doing what Liam Hicks does, and that is put the ball in play, a quality, almost 300 hitter who run in scoring position, a run producer. And what this move by getting Piper back, very curious, very Rays-esque, because basically what they're saying here is like, we want Liam Hicks in the lineup some way, shape, or form. And if, you know, you want a situation where you can have that, not have to use them always as catching, but then you can pinch hit them,
right,
and not be in a situation that the moment that a righty comes in, which remember, mostly righties in baseball, you know, 65, 70%. So the moment you start Fortes against a lefty, but that guy comes out early or something like that, or even whatever in the game, in the middle of the game, here comes Liam Hicks, because you can, it lengthens your potential of run scoring way more than Fortes in my book. But then you have to be careful about who's going to back up catch if something happens, and now you've put in Liam Hicks, or you've inputted him in some position, you know, that you need an extra catcher. So really interesting little thought pattern there. Also gets him off his feet from catching sometimes. You know, so they're playing this kind of game for a little while, depending on how long the Richie Palacios, you know, injury takes. You know, if it's going to be an extended time, then I think that this will only be for a short time, and they're going to bring up a left-handed hitter, whether it's Fraley or the young kid Melton. In my book, whoever's healthiest, obviously, but if both are healthy at the same time, Fraley and Melton, I'm calling up Fraley. And I'm only going to say that because he's the more veteran player. Yeah. So let's not play around here and try to throw this kid Melton into the fire when most pitchers are right-handed and expect him. I call up Fraley. He's a veteran, exceptional outfielder, gun of an arm. So he kind of plays the part that, by the way, Victor Mesa Jr.
God, he's been so good.
He's been so good. You know, sneaky, he's got 10 jacks, bro.
I know.
The
Between
outfield
him and
arm,
Blade, they got like 25.
Yeah, so they've shored up that right field that I was a bit concerned about starting the season. Can these guys do this tandem deal? And then Johnny DeLuca, you know, has been on point. Mullins has been productive for pretty much the second half of the season. So I'm okay with the outfield. Man, this is a sidebar. This winter, I hope to God that Chandler Simpson, he's worked on his defense, right? And he's made some great plays. That one that he made down the line by the 162 landing.
Yeah, it was a great play.
That was a phenomenal play, right? How quick he got to that ball, because he was far away.
Yeah.
And he showed his speed. So he's cutting his angles. Now we're getting into football season.
Yeah.
His routes have been fantastic. Really good.
Dramatically improved.
He has a little bit of problem on the balls hit directly behind him in the air, as far as, you know, where his positioning is and turning it. Sometimes he's turned around the wrong way. That's going to come. But as far as routes and getting to balls, head and shoulders better. He still throws the ball from the outfield like a second baseman.
Like an infielder, right.
He throws it like an infielder.
Yeah.
And I don't think his arm is that bad. You know why I know it's not that bad? Because there's been a couple of times where he's just picked it off the ground and winged it, where he's thrown all the way like this.
Over the top.
And the ball has some oomph on it. But other than that, every time he gets it, he just throws it like this. Yeah. Literally, like how I'm showing right here.
Like an infielder.
Like he's playing second base.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get him this winter, and it'll probably be Corey Dickerson. You know, this is a work in progress. He's still a young outfielder.
It's different mechanics.
Mechanics in your brain.
Yeah.
So he's like getting the ball and he's getting it in instead of getting it, you know, closing himself up, because he doesn't realize that it's much better if you spend that split second of close up, hip close, and get behind it. That ball now is going to get quicker. Instead of being a short little throw, always short hopping the cutoff man. He's not even short hopping the second guy.
And Walls, as you can see, that he's dramatically going out to get it.
He's going out to get it.
So far as he can go.
That's something that he's going to work on this winter and say, hey, long toss, and let's get that throw. So now you get to the ball quick. Get up, get over.
It's a great point.
And then he's going to become an even better left fielder, because he's getting better and better. And offensively, dude, still at the 400 level, still getting a knock or two a game, stealing bases, scoring runs. The tremendous trio just had themselves a rough week.
Right.
Let's get them back on track.
Yeah, and for postseason, do you think we'll see kind of defensive replacement for him in some
I
situations?
think in situations, yes, that's a
If
great.
everybody gets healthy.
By the way, I don't think people realize that we're coming up on that. We're 6 weeks away from postseason. Different changes are going to happen.
Yeah.
That you allow, shall we say, in the regular season, especially when you've cushioned yourself with the lead that you have. But yes, I mean, we saw the Cuban kid, Jesus Sanchez, who's just an abysmal left fielder.
Awful.
Has been from day one.
Gifted us that game. Thank you very much.
But he has been since he was with us in the minor leagues. I remember seeing him in Charlotte.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, but the kid can hit. The kid can flat out hit. He's not a good outfielder, and he doesn't know how to run routes, and he's trouble. So that's a problem. But he can hit. But yes, that will be something that as October comes in, you go. There'll be situations where you probably see Johnny DeLuca out in left field.
Yeah.
And then you'll, in a certain tight game, you'll have DeLuca, Mullins. If Cruz, Mesa Jr. comes back and he's healthy, now you have a 3-pack of an outfield that are all basically center fielders.
Yeah.
With good arms.
All
3.
Yeah.
So you're protecting.
We've seen in the playoffs
game.
what can happen if you have one key miss in the outfield, Nelson Cruz, and it can cost you a World Series.
Yeah.
And he ain't the first. He ain't the
He's
only one.
He's not the only one.
All right, let's thank our sponsors, Texas Roadhouse, Wesley Chapel. I'm always starving during this show, so I could smell the steak cooking as you walk in, and the hot buns that they bring to your table with the honey butter. Oh, I love the hot buns with the honey butter. Absolutely. Not to mention a loaded baked potato.
A loaded baked potato,
so
or actually, I usually go with the what's the other one?
The regular baked potato.
No, with the cinnamon.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Excuse me. I could take it. Yeah. I usually go with sweet potato. I love their sweet potato with their butter and stuff. But great service, great location, right there on Highway 56. Can't say enough about the service, the food, the product, the butcher. Just everything is done so well. It's comfort food at a comfortable price, and it's a family environment, along with also having a Mac Daddy bar scenario. And tell them that the Big O and the Big JP sent you.
That's right, the Big JP. Also, Genesis of Tampa, where I got my GV70. Lots of people talking about these Genesis cars now lately.
Seems so more and more. I don't know if because Genesis of Tampa now has been around for 6-8 months, but they're
making deals.
They're making deals.
Austin just popped in earlier. And I said, how's business? He said, it's really good.
Yeah.
People are, because as we said, they're a newer dealership, only been open for about a year, just had their year anniversary.
Yeah.
And they're making deals because they want to build up that customer base.
Yeah,
so they'll take it into shorts a little bit to build up that customer base. And that's just an advantage for you.
And they'll take your used car and give you a great deal.
That's just an advantage for you. So if you're looking at that type of car, the performance is just off the charts.
Right.
It's Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue.
Make sure that we're good here on.
Do we have a breakdown?
Yeah, I don't know, but just want to make sure.
All right, I'll get that going.
Yeah.
As you talk about Lily Lux Rescreen.
Oh no, and before I talk about Lily Lux, let's not forget about that the Mike Murphy Auto Group family also includes over there in Haines City, Miracle Toyota. So they are fantastic. I drive a big, I was going to say a big ass Tundra.
You can
I'll
say
just
that.
go ahead and say a big ass Tundra.
Yeah.
I forgot if I was on Fox or if I was on our show.
No, you can say whatever you want.
I can say pretty much whatever I want. So I love that Tundra. Just love it. And they give great deals over there. They're one of the top Toyota dealerships franchises in the country. So go over there and ask for Fahad, the general manager, personal friend of mine, or Atif, his assistant general manager, and I promise you that you mention my name, they will give you and this is a promise, a great deal, or you have them call me and I'll say, take off another 1,000, Fahad. That's how powerful they are over there. And of course, Amy Dascola, the great Amy D from Lily Lux Rescreen. I personally now can say that I have had Lily Lux Rescreen come out and do a project for me. They took my big patio and enclosed it beautifully. I'm just thrilled by it. Just Took them a whole day, but they were in, they were out. She came by, she checked on everything. What an incredible experience that it is. And when she says that she does a concierge experience, it is. Lily Lux rescreen for full restorations. And we're hitting that storm season that's about. So, or if you have, scratches or torn screens, please contact Lily Lux Rescreen. They hit pretty much everywhere that we are at, guys. Wesley Chapel, Lutz, Land O' Lakes, Carrollwood, South Tampa. They'll even bring it down to Sarasota and Bradenton. So 813-447-0431, 813-447-0431, LilyLuxRescreen.com. And yeah, when you talk to Amy, talk some football with her, because she'll talk right back at you. If you talk about the Bucks and you said the Bucks are gonna, meet the Eagles and they're gonna kick their ass, she'll go, oh, un momento, por favor. So she's great sports lady.
All right, let's get to some of the. First of all, I don't think we talked about the Yankees. You said the Yankees.
Yeah,
the Yankees are coming to get us.
The Yankees are. They're hot. And this is a team that. Here's the most interesting information on the Yankees. It has nothing to do with the fact that they just swept the Baltimore Orioles and they've gained a couple of games on the Rays, and they're only 4 games out now. The biggest news, you know what the biggest news is?
What is the biggest news?
That both Aaron Judge and Bellinger are hitting balls off a tee.
Ooh.
So they could be, dare I say, a couple of weeks out and go into that September stretch and just pretty much just be told, guys, we need you for about 30 games in September, and what would it constitute 15 games in the playoffs, right, or 7. Right. So 45 to 50 games. That's all we need you for. We'll pay you, $250,000 a game, which is pretty much what their earnings is.
Right. Wow. How much did they earn while they weren't playing?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. The same amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I was listening to MLB.
But they are on the heels of coming back. The 2 most important bats in that team, a team that's been, again, scratching and clawing, winning on pitching and defense. By the way, the kid Lombard, dude, he has made 7. I mean, he's only been up for like 10 days, 6 or 7 plays. And I'm like, damn. I mean, those are Taylor Walls plays. Those are Bobby Witt plays. We're talking upper echelon shortstop plays that you do not see on a day-to-day.
I was listening to MLB on Sirius, and I forget who mentioned this. Might have been Eddie Perez. Said, it's great to get Judge back and Bellinger back, but both, especially Judge, they've been out a long time.
Yeah, he's been out.
It takes weeks to really get your timing
that's
back.
why I'm saying September
you've been through this.
Yeah.
I mean, how effective can they really be when they come back? I mean, it's going to take some time to ramp up your time. Everybody else is in midseason form. The pitchers are throwing 103. Their curveballs are sharp. They're going to be coming back. The greatest
they're
hitters
going to be
take
asked,
time,
and
right?
not just that, but they are not like, okay, let's say it's I hope it's not a long stay in the IL for Victor Mesa Jr., but
it's supposed to not be.
It's not supposed to be, but Jake Fraley comes back after extended. He's been gone most of the season, or Gavin Lux. This is not Lux and Fraley. This is Judge and Bellinger, and the aforementioned $40 million and $25 million a year. So their expectation is so much higher. They're not going to be platooned. They're in there every day, and we need production. So they have to catch up quicker and be asked more. So that could be also detrimental, or it can be invigorating. There's certain players that just, I'll think of one guy last year that surprised the hell out of me when he was out for well over a month, and that's Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette was out for a good amount of time with that knee stuff. Came back raking, dude. Raked at the end of September, raked through the freaking October.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm like, how the hell did Bo do that, man? He hadn't seen a curveball, a fastball. He hadn't seen shit. So sometimes some guys can do it, some guys not. Listen, Judge is so strong and so powerful that if he could just, concentrate on staying in his zone, that he mishits ball 400 feet. Bellinger's different. Lefty, though this year he's been crushing lefties. I've been so impressed with him. Hitting lefties better than righties. So, does he keep his shoulder in there now that he hasn't been, up to the plate for weeks? This is a great point, JP. And that's going to play into the end of September. And are those 4 games against the Rays towards the end of September, around the 20-something, 3-day series, 4-game series, with a doubleheader. How important is those games going to be at this time? As it sits right now, they're only 4 games out. So this is why I'm saying, it is no rest for the weary right now. And
we've got 6 games left with the Yankees? 3 in New York and 3 at home, I think. I'll check.
No, I think those are the last 4 games.
Yeah,
I think it's 4 in New York, brother.
I'll check this.
I do not believe we see them again.
They're not coming here?
Nope.
Why did I think we had one more series with them here?
Nope. I think that's the ticket. So thankfully, but still, the head-to-heads are massively important. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's the week, the dreaded week. It's not dreaded because hopefully they'll be looking forward to it and they'll be ahead by a game. But the 18th through the 25th through the 24th is 3 at home against Boston, and then a day off on Monday, and then doubleheader, single. So it's a 7-game stretch from the 18th to the 24th that could be very, very interesting. Obviously, Boston's been playing 500 ball now the last couple of weeks ever since what? The infamous call out by the Chicago people that you were cheating, and all of a sudden they went back to being an average
shocking development
500 team. We'll take that. But the Yankees are winning by getting their others in it. Grisham has all of a sudden gotten hot, finally. I mean, this guy's talking about getting paid $22 million and not doing a whole heck of a lot. He's definitely not having the season he had last year. But he's been hot, impressed incredibly with the comeback again now, because he had 3 great months. Then he kind of had a shitty month, that being Ben Rice. But he's come back now strong. He's got 34 home runs, coming up on 80-something RBIs, 82 RBIs. So, and then it's their pitching. Bro, they're starting pitching, even though Max Fried now has been, shut down again. And I'm sure they're doing that smartly to protect.
You don't think that's long-term, right?
No. I think that's to protect Max Fried for the latter part of September and into the playoffs. You just can't put that huge workload on him because he's still, he is dealing with discomfort in his elbow, and they figured, what, we got Rodon who came back. Let's just flip-flop these 2 guys for a little while. But everybody else is throwing lights out, and their starting pitching is very tough. Bro, in a playoff, the Yankees are going to be looking dangerous as hell because of their starting pitching.
So I'll actually give you the schedule the rest of the way.
Yeah.
We got Baltimore for 3, and then Detroit for 3, and then it's back home next weekend for San Diego.
A fun team, by the way.
Who's 68-60 right now, right in the thick of it in the West.
An exciting team.
Fernando Tatis having a hell of a
second half.
Yeah, he's been on fire.
Yeah. Defensively and offensively.
Let me get the shitty Mets coming in.
Yeah,
I got to make
jump
some hay
on
there.
them. Yeah.
And then then we go back on the road to Tejas, the Rangers, who are in the fight out west.
That's a tough road trip, by the way. Texas, Atlanta is a tough one.
And then we got to go up to Truist Field up there for 3 against Atlanta. Boy, I might take a quick jaunt up there.
Maybe we
Come
do
on,
that.
bro. Let's
let's jump on that.
Couple nights in Atlanta.
And the timing will
hopefully Hal's for a little steak.
Well, but the timing will be good. That we'll be celebrating that we're on the precipice of breaking ground.
We have our own battery.
Yeah. The timing will be good.
Okay, let's do that. They'll roll out the red carpet for the Big O.
You think they should?
Absolutely.
And
then we got Houston at home. That's September 11th, 12th, and 13th. Boy, these are going to be huge games, and they're in the thick of it. Then we get the A's, who we just swept. They should be in full tank mode by then.
And they've got a ton of injuries.
We could get, that'd be a nice time to get.
Then you get into that last week and a half of the season.
Last weekend starting
All
September
3
18th.
monsters.
Boston is here for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's going to be a monster attendance series.
Yeah.
Then we go on the road
4 against the Yankees.
September with 3 against the Yankees.
4.
Because we have the rain out.
Yeah,
That's not on the schedule.
We have the tricky rain out.
That's right.
We weren't playing well.
Tuesday.
3 drops fell on the stadium.
And
no
they
game.
shut it down 24 hours ahead of game time.
Right.
Jagoffs. So the doubleheader on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 night games, and we go right to Philly on the train.
Which, by the way, right, the crazy thing is that right off the bat is a doubleheader. You have a day off, and then they're slamming
you get
with
a day
double.
off, yeah.
And the reason that is interesting is because if the Rays just split that doubleheader, it takes those sales out of the Yankees. At that time, again, we don't know where they're going to be at that point. They could be 8 games out. They could be 2 games out.
Yeah.
But that first game, that first day, so much can be had because if one team takes 2,
it's a 4-game deal.
But if that first one, it's going to either, fill your sales or deflate your sales. I think for the Yankees,
and that place is going to be packed.
It's going to be slammed.
Boogie down.
And then you take the train to Philly, and you're talking about a Philly team that
it's going to be in the race for that, trying to get that bye.
Well,
right?
Not necessarily. What do you mean the bye as far as they're 5 games out.
Yeah.
So Philly is sitting just like the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Philly is 5 games out. The Yankees are 4 games out on 2 hot teams, all season long. The Atlanta Braves and the Tampa Bay Rays. So Philly's not out of this thing as far as taking the division late in September. You've got races, man. Other than the Dodgers, keeping on holding off San Diego, even though they went through a little, slow deal a couple of weeks ago, and Dodgers lost 4 or 5 in games in a row. They're back to winning ways. So San Diego's at 9 out. I mean, forget about it. Chicago Cubs playing solid baseball. Milwaukee's a tough one.
PCA MVP over Shahai. Come on now.
I don't know because
I know you're Shohei biased.
No. The guy that I'm biased is actually on a team that's not near making the playoffs, and that's James Wood. James Wood is, dude, have you seen James Wood's numbers?
Yeah, but come on.
Dude, James Wood is a beast, bro. Are you kidding me?
It's between PCA and Shohei.
And Abrams, too, has had a phenomenal season. But, yeah, probably PCA and Shohei.
Yeah.
But Shohei, the fact that he didn't, it just doesn't, it depends because if he doesn't get back on that mound.
Which he's supposed to, I think,
and win a couple
September
more games.
1, yeah.
His offensive numbers are very nice, but they're not MVP numbers.
No.
I mean,
good race.
Offensive-wise, James Woods and C.J. Abrams are having better offensive years than Shohei Ohtani. If he gets back up on that mound and wins a couple, 2 or 3 more games, then, but are they even going to let him pitch that much? I don't think so. So
I think they want to get him
the chance of him,
playoffs, so.
the chance of him having that season that he was going to win 15 with 35, 40 home run, then it's a no-brainer.
All right, some comments coming in. KC Eagles reminds us that Orlando was denied their funding, so need to close the deal here. Yeah, it's not that they couldn't revive that.
Yeah, of course they could revive.
Yeah, they just that was always the deal in Orlando. It's a lot of talk, but there really was no political will behind it at all. They have other, much more important priorities for them, like redoing the convention center and Camping World Stadium. Baseball was just not on the front burner. Now, if we screw this up, they'll fix that real quick. Right. If they get an actual sniff of having an opportunity,
wait a second.
Okay, they're not going to do it. We got plenty of money over here.
Yeah.
Douglas Batista says 4 hours to the 5 p.m. deadline for the documents. Any news on if they will be published by the deadline? Yeah, we just broke that story about a half an hour ago. Ken Hagan texted me that he's setting the county vote, and the documents are coming out. Has to be released by 5 o'clock. The documents he's texted me.
Right.
So they haven't announced officially that they're going that it's going to be Friday or there. So we're still waiting, but looks like Friday.
Yeah.
Rick says it looks like Stu's check stopped coming to Romano.
Wow. Rick.
Oh,
Dude,
Rick.
every now and then, Rick.
What are you
just
saying,
drops-
Rick? What are you saying, Rick?
Rick drops some.
Casey Eagle says, "Do you
haymakers
think
from the top rope?
you think it is on the player's mind, and when it passes, they will play loose, free, and get on a roll again?" Nah, they're not paying attention to the stadium stuff. Not now.
No. I disagree with you with that. I think they're paying attention to the stadium stuff. The stadium stuff has no, that doesn't bother them as far as winning
that's
or
what I meant.
losing.
Yeah.
But they're paying attention to it.
Oh,
I mean,
but I meant just I don't think it affects their play one way or another.
Their play.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think what affects their play more is all the great things that this ownership group has done for them
100%.
in the clubhouse,
and then it's
travel.
It's enveloped in the reality of them seeing the news and seeing, on whatever way they capture the news, that this great ownership group that has made their life much more cooler and funner and more exciting to play for the Rays, the new Rays, also is behind this incredible multi-billion-dollar deal. So that just makes you feel like the ownership group is even a better ownership group. It's interesting because I think the players that would be more excited about this happening are guys like Grady Emerson, who played in his first game for the River Dogs. He went 0 for 3 with a punch out. Congrats, Grady,
Bust.
18-year-old. Yeah, I know, 18-year-old to break it into but he's
I told you they
playing
should
pro
have taken
ball.
the catcher.
Damn it! By the way, he's raking.
Don't tell me that.
Oh, he's raking.
Don't tell me that.
Vaughn?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's raking. He's raking.
Triple A?
Vaughn Lankey. No, I don't think he's triple A. I think I'll have to look up. I think he's like in double A. He might be in triple A, but he came out of the box hot.
If he goes Buster Posey on us,
oh shit!
I swear to God,
that's gonna be if he
Neander, you're fired.
If he becomes
You're
like
fired.
the cornerstone of Minnesota, a la Joe Mauer, and they win a couple of championships in the next 10 years.
Stop it.
Wow.
Stop it.
Minnesota. No, but Grady, that's the guy that I'd be like, yeah, let's make this deal happen because I want to be the starting shortstop. He'll be 21 years old in 2029.
He just went right by Carson Williams. You were right by him.
So did the Rays. The Rays have been like,
Ouch, babe.
Carlson, come on up for
Ouch,
3 days. Okay, you're gone. We signed Jorge Mateo. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Ouch, babe.
Thanks, babe.
He's like, yeah,
Appreciate it. Okay, get a little chance here. Yeah, he's Ben Williams is hurt. Yeah, my 8th chance up at the big leagues.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much.
Nah, this is September.
I like Carson Williams. But
We do. We're not giving up on him,
we're not giving up on him.
but the Rays sure have. No, no. Emerson is years away. Years away.
I think he's going to be the starting shortstop in 29.
29. Oh, that's years. That's years. That's years. But I do think when
Their manager already is saying, wow, what I'm seeing here at 18 years old. He even said that he hasn't seen an 18-year-old this mature.
He's a big kid, too, right?
Yeah.
He's like 6'3"?
He's thin, but
Yeah.
he's like 6'2", 6'3", yeah.
Tall kid, I should say.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, I think when the deal is done, I think there will be a kind of, for the players, a sense of, they're not in limbo anymore.
Right.
Not that they go to the ballpark
No,
thinking,
they don't.
where are we going to play in 3 years? But I just think it just gives them you know what? Momentum. It's just
100%.
another positive thing that,
100%.
and I think it also, it's for the fan base. It's just going to, I think, create, if this team going to the playoffs.
Is more than the players because there's turnover. There's turnover. A junior is going to be like, man, I'm really happy because I'm 23 years old, so I'm gonna be the house that Junior built almost, right?
Oh hell
Potentially, right?
Hell yeah.
Aronda, yeah, pretty much. He's in his late 20s, so he can usher that in. Yandy, we'd like to have him, and hopefully he stays physically well. But it's really for the fans, like you said. This is the upliftingness is about. Holy shit, this is happening.
Yeah.
And
if it goes the other way, then you got more limbo. That's not happening.
We don't want that.
That ain't happening.
What else do we got? We got anybody else?
We got Florida hot sauce. Welcome to the show.
You love your hot sauce.
Yeah, we are all ready for a huge exhale when this is over. Next Friday's show will be a celebration. Goddamn right.
Oh man, thank you, buddy. Thank you, hot sauce.
And we are.
By the way, hot sauce in Spanish is salsa caliente.
Salsa caliente. So we're still tentatively
Right, waiting
for the Thursday
yeah.
Kingmakers afterwards party. We'll have to announce that on Monday. By the way, we secured West Shore Pizza for the party.
Yeah, buddy.
How about that?
Nice? How good was that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Paulie.
More to come.
Thank you, Paulie Sampson.
Yeah. So we'll have some Riveters wings and some West Shore Pizza. Bing bong.
I mean, you thinking? Could we offer this up for like a Friday night thing? Friday evening? Friday?
Yeah, then we'll know.
Yeah, we'll know.
For sure.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We're going to do something.
We're flexible.
As much as we've covered this.
Yeah, we're flexible.
And the fact that we have the great
and
Kingmakers.
It looks like the county vote's not going to be till Friday.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There's that. Yeah.
So
we are here. And we are serving our constituents as well.
Yes.
Except we're not political.
Florida Hot Sauce says the players are watching, but are very likely under strict rules to never speak about it. They must also have NDAs with it, I'm guessing here. But baseball is their focus, not stadium owner stuff. Well, I don't think they have
players.
NDAs.
Don't have NDAs. But if players have NDAs, then there's a big lawsuit, to Bryce Harper barking about the CBA he did. So, no, they're allowed to talk about this. They're told, I will say, when I was a player, there's certain topics that they literally, the PR department comes and says, hey, let's leave that alone. Or let's leave that, whatever certain things is going on. Let's leave that alone and try to, deflect that question. Because they're asked about it, they just deflect it.
Douglas Batista has a great question for you that I know you're going to love. Says, Big L, Roycroft back with the team. I get that he's the mop-up guy, but is there not a better arm in the Rays system that can eat innings?
So I looked it up. The big 6'8" Chris Roycroft has appeared in 18 separate games this year, and he's given up runs one or more 12 times. As a reliever, 12 different times and 18 times that he's gone out to pitch. It's and numerous times it's been 2. I think twice it's been 3, and 1. I was applauding him last time when he shut the doors down and didn't let the game get completely out of hand. It was already 5-1, but he had 2 shutout innings. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, this has not been good showing for the kid. And to answer your question, I would think there would be some other arm, but I don't know the answer to that one internally.
We got to have something better.
I don't
and now
know.
We do have better arms, but they're starters.
That's the problem I was going to say. It's just tricky because of who are you going to pull to then just completely take them out of you want to put people in a position to succeed, right? So you're not going to take some starter that's throwing really well over there at Durham and stick him, in the 6th inning, and he's not. That's where, honestly, Ian Seymour, even though he got tagged with loss and gave up those 3 jacks, that's where he's been so valuable, and it's very rare to have, a guy that can both start, bulk, hold. He's even got a couple of saves for a young pitcher. That's a rare commodity. So that's probably why Joe, Boyle is back, and I'm hoping that he gets used a lot more, and he continues to shine like he has the potential to do.
Yeah, he can be really good.
Oh,
he can
nasty.
be devastating, especially in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Alani Wilkins asked, what's going on with the Jeff Passan Dodgers situation? That is a fake story. That is a fake story that got out that he was under investigation by the DOJ. Now, there is some shenanigans going on with an investigation having to do with the Dodgers in some way, but it's what I've seen is that there was a fake story about Jeff Passan being under investigation by the DOJ, that he had hid some stuff. That's
hid what stuff?
Like he knew that the Dodgers were doing some type of shenanigans with taxes or some federal investigation.
Never mind that.
Yeah, it's
the story that's going around now that keeps on popping around in my algorithms is the Shohei opt out clause that he has potentially. But I think it's a non-story. It's the owner of the Dodgers bought the Lakers,
Right.
and then I believe subsequently he sold it. Then
Yeah.
or right.
Well, yeah, the owner of the
resold
Lakers,
it.
they bought it a year ago, then they sold it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
which
but
owners
it was
of the Lakers? Like,
yeah, no, but it's there's a clause supposedly in Shohei's contract where if the owner sells, or for some reason, if Andrew Friedman were to leave, it's tied to Andrew Friedman too. He has an opt out. He can actually opt out of his contract.
Okay.
So
That's how we lost Joe Madden.
Yeah.
We lost Joe Madden because we didn't want to pay him.
yeah,
They
no,
didn't want to pay him.
yeah, but there was an opt out
Yeah.
option in it. Correct.
Yeah.
So he has that in his contract, but he's not going anywhere, and there's no better market for him,
Yeah.
and everything is beautiful.
They're all making money there. Even the bookies. Joe Dombrowski said, I'll be at the Yards tomorrow to see the Rays win. Camden Yards and the Rays and Orioles this weekend. That'll be a nice show.
Yeah.
That'll be a really nice show.
A lot of Rays fans show up in Baltimore. Been there many times, covering Rays and O's, and for some reason it's like a very, popular place or we have a lot of Baltimore people that go back home that are Rays fans too.
It's a quick trip.
It's
and
a quick
great,
trip.
Great yard.
Great ballpark.
Great yard.
Maybe that's why it is, because it's one of the, it's become one of the.
And it's not New York. It's not as hard to do
It's
as
not,
New York.
it's not
or
hard to
Boston.
get in and out.
Yeah.
Tickets are reasonable.
Yeah, much
And
cheaper.
It's probably why, because
Yeah.
it's just that's another one.
A good chance to win.
That's another one, though it's not a district per se, like a controlled district, but that's another one that took Oriole Park at Camden Yards and then built
the Inner Harbor.
the Inner Harbor around and
Totally transformed it.
extended it out and totally transformed it. Because I'm telling you, I played, in Baltimore when it wasn't there. I played at Municipal Ballpark. It was a shit show, just getting to it and all that. So yeah, it's another example of, and of course, Ken Babby had an experience with that, with his dad being the general counsel of the Orioles.
The Gamer Man, one of our VI Peterman, said, do you have a website that is not FanStream Sports? Yes, we do. It's FanStream Sports TB, as in Tampa Bay, FanStreamSportsTB.com.
Check it out. It's brand new.
You'll see the Big O there. You'll see me. All of our shows are there. You can watch our shows live there. If that's the way you want to do it on your laptop, it's a little easier than going to YouTube or whatever. Just bookmark it, FanStream Sports TB, and we're going to, we cover all Tampa Bay sports. The vision of that website is to cover all your local teams, and it's not behind a paywall. So it'll be the only website that does that, and you can catch up on all the local sports with the JP Show and the Big O Show each and every day. So
and more to come.
There you have it. Much more to come.
We're going to be adding some more shows and some more outlooks within the Tampa Bay sports spectrum and even hopefully outside of the Tampa Bay sports spectrum in the state of Florida. So more to come.
Rick has to add, yes, he does, Gamer. It's his OnlyFans page. Yeah, I do have an OnlyFans page. for all my sports day. My sports take. It's not just for that. It's not just for the other stuff. There's on OnlyFans, there are like other people besides
it's only
people taking off their clothes.
So OnlyFans is a sports outlet, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, it started as like anybody.
The funniest thing was the fact that they started as OnlyFans.
I'm not going to say it's
and
like
I'm
Substack,
thinking, okay,
it was supposed to be like any type of
fans of sports.
If you're a personality, it's a place where you can have your own channel. But it's kind of not that anymore.
It's not that anymore.
Now we have YouTube channels.
It's like when Amazon started and all it did was sell books.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's cute.
A little different now.
That's cute, but where's that going to go? Oh my, did it go somewhere?
Rick says, can't Statty Seth and the nerds hack into the pitch comms for a couple of weeks?
Wow.
When we got 52 of them, can we reassign a couple of the nerdies to go hack the pitch com? Seemed to work for Boston.
Just for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I like that comment for the part of like, just for a couple of weeks. Like, we're not going to cheat for the whole season. Just a couple weeks.
Zip in, zip out.
Yeah.
We're going to Wisconsin.
Give us like a 10-2 record,
We get a little slump,
Just ease into September, and then we don't have to worry about the Boston and Yankee series.
Suddenly, people are banging on trash cans in the dugout. What the hell's going on there?
JP's over there hitting shit, and Junior's looking over like, what do you think? Curveball, changeup? What do you got, JP? What do you got for me? Fastball.
The gamer man says, "What is a battery?" I guess if you don't know,
battery.
The battery
There's
is
two things.
Yes,
three things. One that you put in things to make
Speaking
it
of
work.
OnlyFans.
One that happens to do with catcher and pitcher are called a battery.
Yeah.
And then over there at Truist Park.
So it's a big entertainment complex
it's a
around the
district.
Atlanta Braves Stadium, and it's called the
Full-on
Battery
district.
And we're building something like that here in Tampa Bay. But
And
much
and
bigger
again,
better.
the play on words by calling it the battery is
Yeah.
in baseball, a battery is
and there
pitcher
was
catcher.
And there's other places they used to call it a battery. There's one in New York. It was like a warehouse district.
Yeah.
Type thing. So there's
They
also
also had the Bowery, but that was different.
yeah, that too.
Yeah. It's like the Bowery boys.
Ellen Road Loco says the Rays relievers have given up the most home runs since 2024. Maybe need to reevaluate how relievers are scouted.
Since 2024 or starting in 2025? Because remember, they also played at Steinbrenner last year. So, nobody did well at Steinbrenner relieving in that little man box.
He also, Ellen Rhodes says, Emrod, Manny Rodriguez, Ty Johnson, and Alberto are at Durham, and Rays keep throwing out Raycroft and Matz.
I don't. I'm waiting for Manny Rodriguez. That's by the way, that's JP's guy.
That's my guy.
He's been his guy since
Emrod. I've been asking about him since spring training.
Since spring training, I will tell you this: he has been an Emrod guy. He loved him when he was active. Then he went down, missed most of last year, and he's like, Emrod's coming back. Emrod's coming back. It's been this whole Emrod thing for JP, and we're waiting. And supposedly
like many
he's
things
throwing.
in my life.
Yeah, you're waiting for it.
I'm still waiting.
Still
waiting.
So yeah, because that guy, when healthy, was legit, super legit. So obviously, Rycraft, Rodriguez, you'd be calling up Rodriguez if he was fine and okay. So something's going on there that we don't know about.
Joe D says Grady will be entering the new ballpark and be a cornerstone asset. Yeah, we don't know
They
that.
say this guy's an athlete, bro. They're saying
We don't need
a real deal. I gotta believe it because I'm a Tampa Bay fan, and Von Lankey's gone. He's out of my zeitgeist. He's done. I can't fathom him anymore because you know how much he was in.
As soon as we mentioned it, you knew exactly what his numbers were.
I
What do you
did
mean?
because I've been following him.
Because you've been following him. So don't give me that shit.
It's a good point. Good point. Good point. Counterpoint. Jane, you ignorant slut.
JP, you ignorant slut.
JP, you're ignorant slut. Yeah, you're right.
We were talking about old SNL characters
we
today,
were.
weren't we?
We were.
When
We
Billy
were.
Crystal did Fernando
We
Lamas.
were.
By the way, you look marvelous.
Ah,
You look marvelous. It's
thank
better
you,
to look good
Yes,
than to feel good.
Nando.
Nando.
Yeah.
Buck Skull Game says JP, are you going to be there at the meetings? I'm still formulating my strategy to see when these meetings are going to be, but
strategy.
I would say
Thursday, probably.
and depending on the time of said meetings and when they're going to vote. So tune back in on Monday when we get a better idea what's happening, and then we'll develop a strategy for all the Petermans if we want to meet up
And the Peter ladies.
at Hat Tricks again,
love
have a
saying
beer,
that.
and then walk over with our torches and pitchforks like we did last time. Oh, we'll walk in there like you vote no.
Yeah.
Your head will be on a spit. What is this? Oh, he says, hold on. I will see a protest if it happens and there's no deal.
Protest. Where are we?
I hadn't even thought about that. What if we all show
LA?
up and then they vote no? It'll be a ruckus. I'm not promising.
We're not. That's not going to happen. I don't. I put that in the cosmos.
Yeah, why would we even talk about that?
Why are we talking about that?
Like, are we going to have a riot if there's no, we're not having a riot.
Not a riot town.
We don't do
not-
riots
We don't
here.
do riots.
No, we don't. We just go back to the bar and drink.
Yeah,
what we
there's plenty of alcoholics here, but no rioters.
Michael LaRue says, if our local politicians don't vote for the stadium deal, they will end up paying the ultimate price.
Thank you,
I don't
Michael.
like to threaten in that way, but Michael, I think you're spot on.
Yeah, 100%. This is. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a no-brainer because there's billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, et cetera, et cetera. But it's, in a sense, it's a no-brainer because of what the market already is showing that bears, and how not only have been successful, deals like this done, but everybody else is planning to do one, including Cohen over in Queens is buying up the land around Citi Field and saying that's what he's putting up a freaking casino, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate to say this, but this would be the most Tampa thing ever. If we
No,
screw this up.
Not gonna happen.
We haven't been able to do this for so long, and I blame Stu, which he was the main culprit, but sometimes
he just slowed everything down. We're on a fast track right now. We're on a fast track.
Rex says Los Latinos like their music.
Hello.
Those are congos,
are reloading.
not trash cans.
We know. Oh,
so if we do
I see where you went with that.
So if we do it, we do the congo. Fastball.
Wait, the comms will get it right here, and we know that it's fastball.
Yeah.
And then, and Junior's like, la recta viene ahora, coño. Un palo. Dude, if he hits the ball any harder than he can sometimes, he did the double that he hit off the wall.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. I've hit some hard balls, bro.
Have you ever seen a left fielder?
He didn't even know what to do. It was coming at him. He was trying to get away from it. He didn't want it to hit him. And
he was like 10 feet off the warning track, and he still couldn't jump. He jumped for the ball.
Couldn't do shit with it. It went zoom by him. And then who was it? Who was it? It was on second. I think it was Simpson. Somebody was on second. They didn't even know what to do. They turned around like, well, it's right at the left field. I can't start running. And then boom, it's hitting off the wall. I'm like, wow. This boy creates some torque. Yeah.
Florida Hot Sauce says, how do the Rowdies fall into the Rays stadium situation? Do you think they'll leave Al Lang and move to Tampa with the Rays? To be determined. To be determined. The smart move is to keep them there. And, I think so.
And build something nice.
Yeah.
Alongside along with the gas plant district build out.
I think a Rowdies game in that big stadium would just be
No. They don't need to come over. It's just they need to do a nice little deal and build a nice smaller, stadium, little 15, 20,000 seat thing.
Yeah,
maybe a little. That could be expanded. And reason to say expanded is because what their goal is eventually is to join the MLS. So, you want to have something that grows with you.
Yeah. Let me see what else. Anything else we have here? I think that's it.
Hey, I'm starting
to think a lot of people in here, by the way. So thank you guys for jumping in.
That my buddy from Alabama called me and he said that he thinks that that there's only one Baker here in Tampa Bay. That is actually that it's the same guy. It's Baker. Oh,
so he just puts on a scraggly beard and goes out there.
Baker. And he said he's
they've never been seen in the same room.
In the same room, Baker is the greatest thrower in Bama history.
That's interesting.
Greatest thrower.
Big Easy says Hurtak, Postall, meaning Wostall, and Miranda are embarrassing to watch at meetings. They do tend to embarrass themselves. I will say that. And I don't even think they even know it. What else we got? I think that's it. All right, that'll do it.
Friday, baby.
That's
Friday. A lot of stuff.
Did a big show today, man.
Well, I tell you, it starts with.
We finished strong. My start this morning was abysmal. Thanks to technology, stupid computer.
Tech bit you.
It did. Bit me right in the ass.
But it happens.
Wasn't my fault.
Listen, you've been true blue for years now, so no big deal.
Happens to the best of us.
We started on a massive news that is, out there and going to be hopefully fulfilled. And we end on the Rays on a very important road trip. This one needs to get back on track, winning ways, stave off these Yankees. I'm telling you right now, the Yankees are feeling frisky.
The Yankees are coming. The Yankees are coming.
They're pitching well, and they feel like they got their two hot bats taking balls off the T, and you know that they're excited when
Playing
Judge
T-ball.
playing T-ball makes them excited, and that's reported. So we need to keep moving forward, keep the Rays of our lives on the positive.
All right, keep watch on our socials. We'll get you the exact time when those documents go out, but I'm told they are going out today in a matter of moments.
3 hours, baby.
Looks like Friday is going to be the county vote. Thursday for the city next week. We'll have much more on Monday's show, the JP show, and the Big O show. Enjoy the Rays this weekend and the Bucks Chiefs Saturday night at Raymond James.
Bucks Chiefs, and I'll be there. And I'm gonna direct this at JP because of the day that he had. Stay tranquil and tropical, baby.
Thank you, brother.